Hey guys, Dr. Bertie Salcedo here, and today I'm going to share with you what I think is the best health app on the planet. I think you're going to see more and more people using this app from here on out. It's an amazing company. I'm going to share with you my results using this app, so let's get started. So let me give a brief backstory here. About 4 months ago, I started getting to this point where I was feeling like my body was not performing the way it was supposed to. I was starting to get really low energy, feeling like I was taking more and more caffeine just to get through the days. As I was going through my workouts, I was getting more and more sore, even though I wasn't really pushing the pace that much in my workouts. And I was starting to feel like I was recovering poorly. My sleep was terrible. And I was like, man, something is going on. Something just feels completely off. And I didn't want to go through the whole process of trying to go through and change up so many different things and wait until something happens. I wanted to get data. And so I ended up getting reached out to by a company called InsideTracker. And InsideTracker is a health company where basically they take your blood work, do a total deep dive into your blood work, analyze it, and then come up with customized results and plans specifically for you. Now, you know me, I'm a huge nerd when it comes to data and knowing what's going on with my body and how I can better optimize it. And that's their whole deal. That's the whole thing the company is about. And they have amazing athletes that they work with. So I was sold. I jumped on board and decided to try it out for myself. Now, the best part is you get access to your data and your results and your plan via the app or the desktop, so you can access it anytime, anywhere. But today I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how the whole process works from start to finish. I'm going to go through my specific results because what I found was actually pretty shocking for me. It might be for you as well, might be helpful for you. And then we're going to get this party started. So let's get going. All right, so let's start talking about the process of what it looks like once you start working with InsideTracker. Now, if you're going through this whole process and you think to yourself, man, I could really actually use something like this for myself. It's time I get a checkup. It's time that I start to optimize performance, take myself to the next level. You're going to find down below in the description area, you're going to find a little discount code. That is an affiliate link, so that helps to support the channel. So if you don't want a 25% discount using that affiliate code, that's okay. Feel free to go on the website yourself and pay for it yourself. That's totally fine. But there is a discount code down there for you to be able to use for your tests. Now, for me, I did the Ultimate Edge, the Ultimate Wellness Test. That basically is a blood biomarker panel that basically takes your blood work. So you're going to need to get your blood work done, which I'll talk about in a sec. And that basically goes through a ton of your biomarkers. Not everything. There's going to obviously be specific biometric tests that you want to do specifically for, let's say, thyroid issues or certain digestive issues. It's not going to be a full spectrum, but it's a pretty darn complete spectrum that will help you really narrow in on what are going to be the main pivot points for you to maximize your health for yourself. I also did the inner age test, which gives you your own biological clock based on your lifestyle. So let's say for someone like me, I'm 32 years old. If I have a really poor lifestyle, my biological clock may be moving along a lot faster, and I could be actually closer to 39 years old based on my biometrics. Luckily for me, I was 27 years old. That's the score that I got. So that was pretty nice. That was very confirming for my lifestyle, but it's something that's really interesting. It can be something that can be really motivating for you as well. So those are the two tests that I did. Okay, so let's say you decide on your test. Let's say you're doing the ultimate test and you're getting all your blood work done. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to sign up for the test, and in your email, you're going to get access to a lab sheet. And that lab sheet is something you're going to take over to Quest Diagnostics. You can actually go into a facility, or they can send someone to you. I believe they send somebody to you. It just takes a little bit longer to get your results. I just went to a Quest lab. There's one right down the street from me. It took about 3 days. From there, I got my blood drawn, and within 3 days, I got my results back. Now, here's the cool thing is I didn't have to get my results back and wait to talk to a doctor or anything like that. I actually got them right away, and I was able to access them directly on the app. Then from there, what you do is you actually schedule through InsideTracker. This is included in your plan when you do the ultimate test. You're actually going to meet specifically with a nutritionist that's on their staff, and they're going to walk through your results with you specifically and give you recommendations on that, which really was just so eye-opening for me and really helped give so much clarity to my results in particular and understanding what those results mean and what I'm supposed to do with them. So let's go over some of my results here. So I'm going to pull up my sheet here, some of my biomarkers, and these are the ones that really needed work for me. So one of the big ones that was crazy eye-opening for me was the vitamin D. Vitamin D, I was crazy low on my vitamin D. That's one that had a big red low marker on here, which was very eye-opening, and it's something that vitamin D plays a huge role in your hormone function, muscle recovery, and energy. So immediately off the bat, I go, wow, vitamin D is not something I would have thought of but here it is, extremely low on the panel. The other one here was albumin, and albumin is a protein made by the liver that's responsible for transporting many molecules through your blood, but it can get very high, which in my case it was, when you are chronically dehydrated. And that's something I really struggle with a lot because I'm constantly seeing patients all day, and I tend to stack my water in the morning, middle, and evening, and sometimes I just forget and I end up being very dehydrated. So that was illuminating as well, something I really had to get on top of. And the nutritionist actually gave me some great recommendations on how to increase my hydration throughout the day in an easy way using electrolytes, which is really cool. The other one that I was actually very curious to kind of see here is the cholesterol level. This is one that everybody's always looking for. And what's really cool is when I first saw this, it said it was borderline high. But when I met with my nutritionist, she also walked me through and showed me, hey, actually part of the reason why your total cholesterol is high is because your high density lipoproteins, or HDLs, which is your good cholesterol, is so high. And your actual, bad cholesterol, LDL level, is actually very minimal, but you're just getting enough of the healthy HDLs that are actually boosting up your total cholesterol. So again, this is something you can look at it and somebody says, hey, your cholesterol is high, but they don't dive into the details unless you meet with somebody and have this sort of data that can walk you through exactly why that is. So that was actually very comforting and illuminating for me as well. I mean, they go through so many things in this panel. I mean, you have your magnesium, creatine kinase, B12, HDL, LDL, iron, testosterone, folate levels, glucose, calcium, ferritin, triglycerides, potassium, sodium, white blood cells, cortisol. There are so many things that's going to be going on in your panel in particular. Now, based on the results that you received from your blood panel, you're then going to get a customized plan catered to you based on the biomarkers that were low. And so from there, you're actually going to get it directly in your app, and you can see there's a full list of recommendations that they'll make. That's stuff for you to use every single day, which is really cool, and even gives you an impact score, which basically tells you what's going to be the most beneficial for you out of all these recommendations. So for me, one of the first ones was taking a vitamin D supplement, getting more protein in my diet, which is something when I walked through with my nutritionist was very eye-opening. Definitely was not getting enough protein, which here's a cool, interesting bonus that I'll talk about afterwards, is I've actually gained weight since working with InsideTracker, and I'll talk about why in a little bit here. But you'll get your own customized plan that you'll get to walk through right here as soon as you get your results, which is cool because it gives you something you can work on right from the get-go. Then when you meet with your personalized nutritionist, they'll then give you even more customized results, which will be just amazing for you to be able to walk through. The other thing I love about this app is it's fully customizable. And so from there, once you figure out your recommendations, you can even choose, do you want to be on a more keto diet, vegetarian, paleo? You can customize everything in your dashboard specifically to you. Not only that, but it'll actually come with a little dashboard where you can check off all of the metrics, and it'll give you best times to do those certain activities, whether it's, a more aerobic exercise, when to take your vitamin D supplement, when to get your protein supplement, all these sort of things. And you can check it off and actually track it and log it for yourself. So you don't have to even think about it. You just go in, click a little button, and it checks it off for the day. It gives you a great reminder to stay on top of your plan and your progress. I mean, it literally does not get any easier than that. All right, so now the moment of truth. Let's talk about what I've noticed since working with InsideTracker. Now, in the beginning, I had mentioned I was feeling very fatigued. I feel like I wasn't recovering well from my workouts. I was just feeling really out of sorts, really just felt like I was in bad shape. Even my wife was a little worried that I was just kind of going off a deep end. Somehow we just couldn't figure out what was going on. But honestly, it has made a massive difference since starting. And I kind of hinted this before, but I've actually gained weight since working with InsideTracker. And part of that is I've actually been building a ton of muscle since starting. Part of the reason I was starting to actually kind of lose weight a little bit was I feel like I just couldn't do workouts anymore. I feel like I could only do endurance activities. I wasn't able to do strength training because I felt like I couldn't recover from them. But since then, I've been able to recover so much easier. My body's felt amazing. I'm just feeling so much more energy and vitality throughout the day. My strength has really started coming back. So I've actually put on a lot of muscle. Maybe you can tell a little bit, and that's really made a huge difference for me. My energy's been incredible throughout the week. I feel like I'm just sleeping so much better every single night. I'm also just feeling better, consistent energy and focus throughout the day. I'm not hitting that 2 o'clock lull where I'm just dragging throughout the rest of the day. I'm waking up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. I'm drinking plenty of water, which is helping. I'm taking my vitamin D supplement. I'm getting more protein, eating healthier. Life's just really so much better. And I think so many people can tell. I just feel like I look different, I feel different. And this has honestly been one of the best investments that I've ever made in my health, was really working with InsideTracker. And I think this is something that can make a huge difference for you too, because honestly, the biggest difference between going out and buying a course or trying some new diet is you actually will have data that you can measure and track. I'm a huge fan of knowing what's going on in the beginning so you can track progress as you go through. And honestly, no matter what you end up doing, as long as you have InsideTracker as the foundational baseline, I think you can't go wrong, because now you'll have objective metrics that you can track moving forward. And honestly, it makes a world of difference, because now you really know and you're not just guessing. And like I said, guys, if you really want to take advantage of this and you're thinking this is something that you need to do for yourself, it's about time you start doing something like this for yourself. Down in the description below, you're going to see that discount code. You can get 25% off a test here on that Ultimate Edge test, and that's going to give you that full blood panel biomarker test, so you can actually see that and get a customized plan for yourself. So if you want to take advantage of that, just click that discount link down below. Again, that's an affiliate link, helps to support the page. So thank you so much if you do end up using that, and hopefully you enjoy that discount. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you found this video useful, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode.